Welcome back, everyone, to Meghan and Harry Tales, the place where we cut through the noise, expose the games of the monarchy and media, and stand firmly on the side of truth. If you're tired of the endless smear campaign against Harry and Meghan, then you are absolutely in the right place. Today, our story takes us to the misty highlands of Scotland, to Balmoral Castle. Here, King Charles, Prince William and Kate Middleton reportedly gathered, not for a family retreat, but for a secret summit. The timing, just before Prince Harry's return to the UK, was no coincidence. This was no ordinary holiday. It was a council of war. The topic, the future of the House of Windsor, specifically how to handle the Sussexes, Harry and Meghan, who chose a different path. The discussions were not about reconciliation, but about resolution. A final, decisive move to settle the Sussex problem. The secrecy of this meeting speaks volumes. Decisions that alter dynasties are made in quiet rooms, away from the public eye. This summit was the culmination of years of tension. A strategic session to determine Harry and Meghan's royal fate. Family ties were weighed against the needs of the institution, and tradition pressed heavily on one side. Balmoral, once Queen Elizabeth's sanctuary, became the stage for a plan to formalise the painful rift in the monarchy. The whispers from the Highlands were not of healing, but of severance, power, strategy, and a family at a crossroads, choosing whether to embrace the future or erase the past. The stakes, the very soul of the royal family. And as we'll see, the consequences would echo far beyond those ancient stone walls. Inside that private room, the agenda was clear, erasing the Sussexes from the royal story. The main point, stripping Harry and Meghan of all royal titles. Not just them, but their children, Archie and Lilibet too, a move to erase an entire branch from the royal ledger. This wasn't a sudden impulse, but the end point of a calculated campaign. Since stepping back, Harry and Meghan have been portrayed as disruptive and unworthy. Stripping their titles would be the ultimate punishment. A public declaration, you are out. The monarchy was closing ranks, making their departure a cautionary tale. The cruelty lies in its cold, strategic nature, a power play about control. The institution, built on birthright, was contemplating undoing that very birthright for its youngest members. The goal, make Harry and Meghan's quest for freedom look like betrayal. Imagine a father and brother debating the public demotion of their own kin. This wasn't about modernization, it was about purification. Cleansing the institution of a narrative it couldn't control. The message, disappear, at least in the royal sense. The Sussexes' independence was being rewritten as an unforgivable act. The royal family was drawing a line and making it permanent. To understand the injustice, remember why Harry and Meghan left. They fled relentless, racially charged media attacks and a palace that refused to help. Meghan spoke of mental health struggles, pleading for support, met with silence. The family that offered no protection now plots public punishment for seeking safety. The monarchy's power, absent when needed, is now wielded to control. This is a staggering double-standard power used not to protect, but to discipline. The family preaches unity, yet punishes those who challenge its structure. Harry and Meghan's real sin was telling the world why they left. Instead of self-reflection, the institution chose retaliation. Other royals have faced scandals with less consequence, but Harry and Meghan's quest for peace is treated as a threat. Their story challenges the myth of a benevolent monarchy. The plot to erase them isn't about protecting the crown, it's about protecting an illusion. The world sees the hypocrisy, and history will remember it. At the heart of this is Prince William's vision for a slimmed-down monarchy. On the surface it sounds modern and efficient, a smaller, focused group of royals. But in practice, it's code for a monarchy without Harry and Meghan. It's about consolidating power, building the future around their absence. This isn't just modernization, it's exclusion. Treating family like a corporation, downsizing those who don't fit. The rift between brothers is now a permanent feature of the monarchy. This isn't healing, it's amputation. A truly modern monarchy would embrace diversity, not fear it. Harry and Meghan could have been global ambassadors, an asset, not a threat. But William's vision is a smaller fortress with higher walls. In trying to save the monarchy, he may be ensuring its irrelevance. Amid all this, two children, Archie and Lilibet, are caught in the crossfire. Innocent, yet their identities are bargaining chips in a royal conflict. Stripping children of their birthright as punishment for their parents is deeply troubling. Titles represent lineage and connection. Taking them away sends a message of exclusion. The firm has become more important than the family. The human cost is measured in the pain and confusion of two children who deserve only love. For what? To win a public relations battle. The world sees this for what it is, a vindictive move that reflects poorly on the institution. A monarchy willing to weaponize tradition against its youngest members shows weakness, not strength. A confident institution wouldn't need to involve children in adult disputes. History will not judge this kindly. While the old world plots, Harry and Meghan have built a new one. Through the Archwell Foundation, documentaries and advocacy, they've created impact far from the monarchy. Their platform is built on authenticity, not birthright. Their relevance comes from connection, not a royal crest. People see in them a story of courage and love. Titles no longer define them. Their value is in being Harry and Meghan. Stripping their titles would only amplify their message. They've become symbols of an old guard trying to crush a new way of being. Their kingdom is open to all who believe in compassion and service. They've shown you can walk away from a palace and find a home in people's hearts. Their success is the ultimate rebuttal to the monarchy's control. They are thriving because they are free, and in that freedom they've found a power no decree can take away. In the end, history won't remember secret meetings or squabbles over titles. It will remember a great institution at a turning point, faced with a choice between change and control. The alleged plot at Balmoral is a desperate attempt to control a narrative that's already moved on. The monarchy's efforts to erase Harry and Meghan will be seen as a futile gesture. You can't erase people who live in their truth. The more the institution pushes them out, the more it reveals its own fragility. Harry and Meghan's story is not about loss, but about what they built. It's a love story of a man protecting his family and a woman who endured with dignity. Their legacy is evolution, not rebellion. True royalty is about character, not crowns. Titles can be taken away, but their truth and love remain. That is their real legacy, and history will remember it. Thanks for tuning in to Meghan and Harry Tales. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because the more we amplify the truth, the less power the smear machine has. I'll see you in the next one.